The number of international graduates switching from post-study work visa (PSW) to skilled worker visa comes from the Home Office monthly monitoring of entry clearance visa applications. The latest figures updated on Jan 9, 2025 indicates that there were 50,900 applications for skilled worker visas from the main applicants between April and December 2024, which is massive number, guys. However, many of my new audience members are still unaware that to apply for a UK skilled worker visa, you need a job offer and a certificate of sponsorship, which is called COS, from a licensed sponsor. When they email me, they often ask if their visa can be applied for by a legal team without realizing the importance of the COS. They are also not familiar with the UK sponsor-based calculator, the list of mandatory documents, salary requirements, timelines, and more. So, if you want to learn everything about the UK skilled worker visa, including whether you're eligible for the new entrant rule and the list of supplementary jobs you can do versus which you cannot do, make sure to watch the video till the end. I'm thrilled to host Amil from Mac25 Immigration to discuss this topic in detail. But before we dive in, let me introduce myself to those who are new here. My name is Sarika and I have been living in the UK for the past 14 years. Currently, I work as a lead business analyst for one of the world's largest tour operators. In my spare time, I create YouTube videos to help you navigate the global job market and find the perfect study abroad destination. I offer two valuable services that I encourage you to take advantage of. The first is free study abroad assistance service. If you're interested in studying abroad in any of these listed countries, please fill out the form provided in the video description and pin comment. My team will reach out to you to assist you with your study abroad plans. And the second service is paid job assistance service. This is a 3-month coaching and mentoring program designed to make you job ready. It's perfect for those struggling to find a job or secure a visa sponsorship in the UK, Ireland, Germany, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. If you're serious about your career and want to land your dream job, enroll in this service. Remember, it requires a 3-month commitment and hard work where both you and I will be working together to make you job ready. I've also hired mentors who have successfully landed visa sponsorship jobs with the right strategy, and they're planning to help you guys as well. It's also for people who want to start their career in IT and also start their career as a business analyst, where I will be your mentor. If you need a help, fill out the form in the description and my pinned comment, or simply email me at yourknowledgebuddy@gmail.com. Let's make you job ready soon. So without any further delay, let me introduce Amil to you guys. Hi Amil, welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy, and if you don't mind, can you please introduce yourself once again to my audience, please?
Hi Sarika, my name is Mohammad Amil. I'm an ex-international student. I'm an immigration consultant lawyer based in Canary Wharf, London, authorized by Immigration Advice Authority.
Okay.
So my company name is Mac25 London. We look after all kinds of business and personal immigration cases and help everyone from start till the end.
Amazing. And today's topic is skill visa. So the most common question, you know what I get from people, not about what is skill visa. They say, hey, can you apply my skill visa? So for people, I don't know, maybe immigrants or people who are new, they just don't know that in the UK to apply for a skill visa, the most important thing is a job offer, because through that job offer you get a COS, which your employer issues you. So for my new audience, can you just explain, what is the skill visa and what is the points calculator and how many points are needed and how can people get those points? If you can explain that to my audience, please.
So after Brexit, pretty much everything has changed, Sarika. So from tier 2, we are into skilled worker visa now. So skilled worker visa is unlike any other job application. When you apply, skilled worker visa is for professional people who have got high skill talent and skills and who can get a job in a licensed sponsored companies. So if you want to come here on a skilled worker visa, you need to make sure that you need to have at least 70 points in order to get that visa. Now Sarika, let me explain you how this exactly 70 points work. Thing number 1, it is very important for you to have a job offer and a certificate of sponsorship from a licensed company. So that it contains 20 points. Thing number 2, you need to have English language requirement as per the UKVI rule, which is at B1 level. So either it could be IELTS examination, it could be getting an NX certificate through ACTIS, which was formerly known as UKNARIC.
Yeah.
And obviously the third and the most important thing, your job role should be the as per software occupational code, which has been given by the Home Office. So it could range from, let's say, CEO to a nanny. So after the new rules have changed, the roles have been increased exponentially, I would say. So everyone gets better opportunity when it comes to that. And the last and the foremost thing, the tradable point. So this is the most common thing where I see tradable points is something that your job role is is exactly as per the Software Occupational Code. Let's say if somebody is getting a skilled worker visa through new entrant, so the minimum salary you can show would be 31,000 pounds. But people do confuse about that, and we'll talk about that later on. But these are the 70 points which we need to keep in mind. Number one, the SOC code. You need to have a certificate of sponsorship. Your tradable point should be as per the SOC code for your salary, and you need to have exact English language requirement.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. So that is how you can get your 70 points. But if you score less than 70 points, you're not eligible for skilled visa, right? That is the minimum you have to score. So what is the application process? Is it like online or is it through the app? What is the current thing?
So application process, Sarika, is very straightforward as compared to other application. Obviously, you have two options. Either you can book a biometrics appointment in any of the TLS biometric centers in the UK, or you can obviously apply your application if you have an advanced phone like iPhone 7 or newer, or maybe any advanced phone which gives you that authority to download the government app and apply for your application.
Okay, good.
So for skilled worker visa, I have seen the application process is pretty much the same, whether you book a biometrics appointment or whether you go through the app.
Okay, and are you aware what is the latest application fees for people? I know it went up already before, and then what is current now on an average?
So it ranges, Sarika, from 719 to 1639.
Wow.
So just give you a small example. If somebody is applying from overseas, so for them the fees is 719 pounds. But if someone, let's say a student, is applying from within the country after completing the course, so for them it's 827 pounds. So these are the difference between the fees within the UK and outside of the UK for 3 years.
But this is a quite huge difference of 719 to 1600. It's like a quite huge.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of which are the jobs where they have to pay 1600 pounds something.
So for example, if you have been allocated a certificate of sponsorship for more than 5 years, for more than 3 years, I would say. So they are eligible to pay 1639 pounds when they are in the UK.
Okay.
So the big difference comes between the terms of a year you are going to be in the UK, between 3 to 5.
Okay. So for people who are already in the UK, do they have to show any kind of funds?
So let's say if any individual have been in the UK for more than 1 year, then they're exempted to show any funds in the bank account. Or maybe if your sponsor has certified your maintenance on the certificate of sponsorship, then also you get exempted. But let's say if you don't have either, then you need to show at least 1270 pounds in your account, at least in the last 28 days for continuation of 31 days.
Okay. So say if there's a student who did not secure their post-study work permit and they go back to India, and now from India they had managed to get a skill visa, with the job, with sponsorship. So in that case, how much fund do that student now need to show in the bank account?
So it should be a minimum of 1270 pounds if they are coming from overseas, or I've seen 99% of the cases the sponsor certify the maintenance at least for the first month for the candidate, because it becomes very difficult in terms of the currency exchange and things like that for any candidate to show, because they are liable to pay the visa application fee and the immigration health surcharge as well. So that's the reason they certify it on the COS. But if they do not, then obviously on the bank statement they need to show at least 1270.
Okay. And once a student goes back to India and their student visa is already end, so it will reset for them. Now they will be considered as a fresh candidate, right, from India.
Exactly. That is very important.
And they will not get their new entrant discount here.
So if they have been graduated in the last 2 years in the UK, or they are below the age of 26, then they are still considered as the new entrant. That is very important to understand.
Okay. Nice, that's good. Let's talk about the processing times. What are the types of process which anybody can use while applying?
So in terms of processing types, Sarika, there are 3 types, I would say. Standard, priority and super priority. So super priority, I have seen it is not available worldwide, but when we talk about just for UK, then yes, all the 3 types are available. And specifically when you go for the biometrics, you'll get all 3 types of things available. But there is a very misconception going on. I have seen applying through the UKVI ID app, sometimes you do not get the priority and the super priority options. But when you apply for biometrics, you do get that option. So if we are just talking about skilled worker visa, so for standard skilled worker visas, it takes about 8 weeks.
Right.
So when we talk about the normal priority, it takes about 5 working days, and super priority is within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours.
But I have seen one of my client, he just went for a biometric appointment. While he was coming back, he just changed and he got his visa.
Wow.
So it is that quick. And in standard also, Sarika, it is not promised completely that that you are going to get your visa within 8 weeks. People do get the visa within a couple of days as well.
Yeah,
without
true.
even paying that extra 500 or 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. There's a confusion at least in my audience about this new entrant. They think they will get a new entrant only when it's from student visa to skill visa. But still people are confused that because now they switched to PSW, which is a graduate visa, will they still be eligible to apply under the new entrant discount rule? So can you explain what is that rule? Who is it eligible for?
So it is very important to understand, it's not just your audience, it's, I think the UK wide audience, they are confused about the new entrant category. So new entrant category, you get it for 4 years. After you have completed your student visa, you graduated from that, then you get 4 years of time to get your new entrant. So the good thing about the new entrant is the employer gets to give you less salary in terms of hiring you on a skilled worker. So you get 4 years. Let's say if as an employer I'm hiring you and you recently passed out on a student visa, then I can give you a lower salary for 4 years. But let's say now you have almost completing your PSW, your graduate route, then you can just get hired on a new entrant for 2 years.
Correct.
So the 4 years, it includes 2 years of your graduate route and 2 years of your skilled worker visa as well. But the benefit the employers get when they hire a student directly, they can give the 4 years direct 31,000 pounds to the student.
And
So
they don't
it's-
have to pay immigration skill charge.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it. So if you're hiring a student, you are exempted from paying immigration skills charge as well.
Yeah. So student visa to skill visa, you don't have to pay the skills charge.
Exactly.
But when it's from graduate visa, which is PSW to skill visa,
Yes.
they have to pay skills charge.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Another big question. So say someone who is here on a graduate visa for 2 years, they didn't manage to find a skill visa.
Yes.
So they went back to India. Say after 6 months, they happen to find a sponsored job in the UK.
Yes.
Will they be eligible for new entrant discount?
Yes, they will be. But here the thing is, if they have completed the student visa and they have completed the PSW and have already managed to be in India for the next 6 months, then the 2 years would be deducted from that 6 months.
Right.
So now they are only eligible for 1.5 years when
Correct.
it comes to the new entrant category.
Yeah. So new entrant is applicable for 4 years, guys, not 2 years. So if you go to India, you still get a discount for the next 2 years, like Amil already explained.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I have another question for you. Again, it's all from the students and the immigrants who are watching my video. It's about the supplementary jobs. So what are the kind of supplementary jobs which are eligible, or is it for skill visa? And which one can my audience do if they are on a skill visa, like extra 20 hours?
See, I think, Sarika, people have misunderstood the concept after the new rule have come into existence. Let's say from 4th of April 2024, you're not just allowed to work for your own SOC code jobs. So previously, you could only work, let's say if you're working as a chef, you can only work as a chef outside of working hours. But now if you're working as chef, you can work as a software tester or maybe as a carer. So it doesn't make any difference. If you're working, let's say for any specific skilled role, you can again work for 20 hours, another 20 hours of skilled role.
In any of the skilled role.
Yeah, exactly. So that is what the supplementary jobs comes into. But it is very important to understand, some people forget they avoid just going to the main sponsored job. They just focus on the supplementary jobs. So I think it happens a lot of time. People ask me a lot of questions. So what if I, stop going to my sponsored job and I just continuing because I'm getting more money, and so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's not legal because it's written on the Home Office website. You don't have to forget your main sponsored job.
Exactly.
That 20 hours additional is just your supplementary. So you still have to fulfill the requirements to be on that skill visa for 5 years, number of hours,
Right.
and the days you have to go. So that needs to be continued. And you can do only extra 20 hours, not more than that. Otherwise, you will be breaching the law here.
But the 20 hours should be outside of your working hours.
Correct.
Or on the weekends.
Correct.
That is important.
Yeah. So on the UK government website, there are a lot of eligible occupation code. If you just Google it, UK eligible occupation code, you can see all the list of the eligible occupation codes where you are allowed to do your supplementary job, which was a big difference. It was really good as well, especially with the market is so tight. People are really struggling to save any money.
That's true.
Yeah. So at least this 20 hours will allow them some kind of little side hustle to save some money. Thank you very much, Amil. We discussed a lot about the skill visa. Is there anything else you think which we did not discuss, which might be useful for my audience?
Yeah, I mean, just people need to understand, the audience who's watching this, skilled worker visa is something you can only get from a licensed company who have got a sponsor license. So it is very important to understand it is not just any other job, and for skilled worker visa you need to have all those requirements and the points as per the point-based system.
Yeah.
So that's that from my end, Sarika.
Thank you. And if you need legal help, you guys know where to go. All the details are in the description and pinned comment. Thank you, Amil. Thank you for coming and discussing this topic in detail with my audience. Thank you.
Thank you.